Konnichiwa Street Talks, Eric and Street Photography Blog. Currently in the house of
Japan Camera Hunter.
So give us a tour of your office, Mr. Hunt. Bellamy Hunt, aka Japan Camera Hunter.
Sure. Well, obviously my desk, where I do all of the magic. But there's, as you can see, film cases.
Yeah.
Lots and lots and lots of them.
Dude, you got so... This is just one box, huh?
Yeah.
So these are the black ones and...
Well, because I get so many orders, I also like to have them prepared, so...
Oh, these are the 120s too, huh?
Yeah.
Japan Camera Hunter.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And then also it's numbered here on top too, huh?
Yeah, in Japanese kanji.
Oh, sweet. What else you got here?
I've got cameras which are going to people, I've got cameras which are coming from people, cameras which are going to be repaired, cameras which are going off to their customers, you know, something like this. Somebody ordered recently, so that's off on its way to him in a couple of days.
Yep.
Stuff that's come back from repairs, cameras that I'm testing.
Ooh. Whoa, that's a camera.
This is a camera. This is a pinhole camera.
Whoa. Oh, is that the one you shot the medium format on?
Yeah, I did medium format on this
because
I was testing
sweet.
this.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. So I'm going to be doing a review on that. This is what you wanted to see, wasn't it? This is the Lumu light meter. Which
What is that?
It's a light meter which you plug into your phone. And I've been testing this at the moment. Should be
initial thoughts so far?
Very, very convenient, very useful, very accurate considering how small it is and how simple it is. I've quite enjoyed using this, so a review on that one's coming soon.
Nice.
Yeah. Films waiting to be scanned.
Oh yeah, it's always fun scanning film, huh?
No, God. The cabinet, obviously, which has got my collection, but also cameras, which I'm storing for other people.
Show us your favorite stuff in your cabinet.
At the moment, my favorite stuff would be military olive Canon F1.
Ooh.
That's pretty rare. Let's see what else is in there. Anthracite MP.
Ooh, sweet. That's pretty beautiful.
Yeah, number 124.
Ooh,
there's a Contact 645, but it's all in bits. So I'm not assembling that right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess this is probably an interesting one for some people. The Konica Hexanon 61.2.
So why not just get a Noctilux?
Well, it's a different kind of lens, really. It's a different sharpness, it's a different build quality. It's an L mount, so it's a screw mount lens.
Oh wow.
These are much rarer than a Noctilux as well, and generally a lot more expensive, which I'm selling at the moment. What else is in there? There's a Red Shutter 3F. There's a few M3s.
Oh,
MPs,
nice.
Black Canon 17 QL17s. I've got like, I don't know.
So are these you're selling, or these are just your personal collection?
These are my personal collection. Got a few of those.
Ooh.
3 or 4 of them, I think. Because I have another storage cabinet elsewhere.
Yeah.
Which has some other stuff in it which I don't keep in here. Yeah, so there's quite a lot in there. In fact, I'm pretty much running out of space. What else is there? Yeah, books. Spare bits and pieces.
This is a pretty sweet thing you got right here. What is this?
That's a Nikon F3, the sort of parts blueprint, I guess, parts layout for the F3.
Yeah.
Batteries. Yeah, my workshop for creating the images on the site. Stuff people send me, promo stuff, magazines I've been in, all that sort of thing.
Well, you got tons of them, huh?
Yeah, don't mess them up too much.
Yeah. Okay, good. Keep those
I'll
over there.
never publish them.
And then you have all your favorite photo books down here.
Yeah.
What's your favorite photography books of all time?
Let me see if I can find it down here, because I haven't been down here for a while. Yeah.
Ooh, Exiles. This is rare as hell too, huh?
Yeah. Where is it? I've lost it. Ah. No, I can't find it. I should have a copy of Gypsies down here as well.
Mm. So what do you love about Kudelka and Exiles and his work in general?
I don't know, he just had a very sort of post-war bleak way of looking at things that was very real, very human, and I find it very appealing. So. Yeah, tons of books, too many really. I'm running out of space again, so I've had to move stuff to another location, and I've got boxes and spare boxes and boxes I've used from my items, and then I've got stuff to ship with. Yeah, I need help. I need an assistant. I've got something on my sleeve as well. Yeah, that's it.
So what's a day in the life of Japan camera hunter like? So you go to sleep, you wake up, what time is it?
It's like 7 o'clock, 7:30 a.m. And I have to have a cup of tea. I have to have a cup of tea first before I do anything.
Well, you don't drink coffee like a real man?
No, I drink tea like a real man.
Oh, them fighting words.
Yeah, coffee. The Americans with newfangled drinks.
Yeah.
I have a cup of tea, have some breakfast, and then I get started. So about 8 o'clock, and I'll start replying and sorting mail and going through what I need to do for the day. So if I need to go out, if I need to go shopping, if I need to go hunting, I'll go and do that. If I need to go to the bank, and that sort of determines my day in the morning, because I might need to be out for the whole day. So I think, okay, I'm not doing any shipping today. But if I see, okay, I've got this, and this order, and I know what's going on in the schedule in my head anyway. I know what I've ordered in the past week. I know when it needs to be shipped, when everything's arrived. So I'll say, okay, today's a shipping day. Okay, I'll write out all of the labels, make sure everything's packed, make sure all of the invoices are made, and make sure it's all sent off to the right person, and then continue updating the site, doing pictures of new things maybe, writing articles, and then keep on going, have some dinner, do the same thing till about 10 p.m, 11 p.m, and yeah, that's...
I mean, one thing that inspires me is just how prolific you are with the site, and you're extremely active, and you're promoting not only just film photography, but photography in general. What is the thing that drives you? What is your motivation?
Compulsion, I guess.
Compulsion. What do you mean by that?
Like I really enjoy what I do, and I enjoy sharing this information with people and sharing the information that comes my way. But it's like once you start, you just can't stop. You feel the need to spread the news or whatever it may be. You need to keep on going, and obviously it's my job as well. I have certain responsibilities, so it's in my best interest to make sure that my website is popular and well known, of course, but it's also cool to know that such a community enjoys it as well, so.
Well,
and you want to give them more.
I mean, one thing that I find difficult running a blog myself and trying to help support the photographic community is making time for your own photography. Yeah, that's the issue really. I don't have much time, not in Japan. So what I've done is sort of compartmentalize my photography, because my work, when I take photos of cameras, that is a form of photography, but I don't consider it my photography. It's work. Although some people argue that I have my style when I do it, and it's obviously, you can obviously see they're my pictures, but I don't know. For my personal work, it comes down to when I'm in Japan, it's me mainly testing things for people, testing a camera to do a review, or testing a film or something like that. My personal work comes in, I mainly base it when I travel now. So if I have to travel for work, I use that as an opportunity to work on my personal work and expand those sides of my personal work, the travel work.
that's when I get the most enjoyment out of taking pictures for myself. Because in Japan, you know, once you know, when I'm doing this job, I'm in a fairly set routine of places that I go, and you know, there's only so many pictures you can take of those places, you know. I feel.
So, you know, you're taking a lot of photos when you're traveling for personal things. Like, what do you ultimately want out of your photography?
I don't really have a huge noble goal. I don't really care about being published or featured, or I just take pictures because it's something I really enjoy doing and sharing them with people close to me. And if other people like them too, that's lovely. I just want to expand my creative outlets and you know, creative abilities by pushing myself and shooting. And that's my escape, you know, from work, from everything. That's my escape. So there's no great meaning behind it.
Yeah, because I think, you know, I get this criticism a lot too, is that like, oh, you know, you only care about like, you know, cameras and selling things and blah blah blah. Like, your photography sucks. Like, what is your response to when people say things like that?
Okay, whatever you want, you know. I don't take my pictures for you. I take them for me, and if you don't like them, that's absolutely your prerogative. If you do like them, that's very nice too. But it's really is water off a duck's back. It doesn't really make any difference to me, because I take pictures for me and for enjoying myself. You know, selling cameras is what I do as a job. I think I'm pretty good at that too. So yeah.
And you know, I think there's a lot of misconceptions about who you are or what you do. What would you say are the biggest misconceptions about Japan Camera Hunter or Bellamy Hunt? Or
like some people think that I must be this like in-depth world knowledge on every single camera ever made, which is not true. I just can't be. You know, I get an awful lot of Google questions that you could type into Google and get an answer just as quickly. You know, I'm not Google. Misconceptions that I work for free. There's an awful lot of people that mail me and are surprised that I charge for my job. But I do, you know, it is my job, and it supports my family, and it is my source of income. So yes, I do charge for what I do, but I do provide the best quality service for what I do. So apart from that, I mean, it's pretty obvious what I do. There's not much mystery to it.
Japan Camera Hunter, I mean, that's a pretty cryptic tagline, no?
It doesn't get much more confusing than that, you know. No, I do actually have some people who say, "Hey, Japan Camera Hunter, are you based in Japan? Or are you in China?" You know, I've had a few of those. Are you in the UK? I'm from the UK, I'm not in the UK.
So you walk around a lot, so show us what's in your bag.
What's in my bag? You've already seen what's in my bag, and there's
we'll do it again.
Well, I mean, because we took the camera out, but in my bag was...
So what's your daily carry around?
Well, today I was shooting the TX1, but that's
like an X-Pan, right?
Yeah, well, it is an X-Pan, basically. It's the Fuji version. But I had a roll of film in it, and I sold it, so I needed to use the roll of film. So I took a couple of pictures with that and cleared that out. And that was in my bag. What else is in my bag? A button that Eric gave me.
Oh yeah.
Some tissues.
Brilliant.
A match.
Ooh.
100 yen coin.
Oh, that's like $1.
Yeah. My wallet. What else? Not a lot today.
Show us the war photographer marks on it.
Yeah, the stitching, the knife holes from when I have knife fights with bears.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the just falling apart.
It's a pretty tiny bag
It's my daily bag, you know. It's like just walking around Tokyo bag. I've got 25 other bags, but this is the bag that I use to walk around Tokyo.
And what's your daily carry-on camera?
My daily carry-around camera would be... Well, it depends, because it depends what mood I'm in. Everybody knows that I have the MP, that MP6, that is my main camera. But recently, I've been trying out other cameras. Because I like this, but I wanted to see, how I feel with another camera. So I've been trying out. Let's see if I have it. No, well, I've been trying out Contax T2s and T3s because I like them.
What about the Contax T2s or T3s you like?
Small, fast, convenient, excellent lenses. But it really depends. I mean, as I say, when I'm in Tokyo, if I'm going out camera shopping, it's actually kind of not a good thing for me to carry this around.
Why is that?
Because it's heavy, and I'm going to be carrying other heavy cameras.
Yeah.
In case sometimes I'm carrying 2 bags which weigh 10 kilos each.
Yeah.
There's no way I can stop and take a picture.
Yeah.
So there's no point in having a camera with me. It's just extra weight. Which is why I originally experimented with the T2s and T3s. It meant I had something smaller and quicker. But if I'm out shopping, then I don't take a camera. It's just superfluous. But if I'm out with friends or whatever, there's always a camera in the bag.
A lot of people who go to your site, they love or are interested in shooting film. So I know a lot of people who check out my blog, mostly shoot digital. They're interested in starting off with a film camera. What are some recommendations? Maybe assuming that you're a college student or you don't have that much money. And also maybe if money were no option.
Oh, well, I mean, there's tons. You've just listed basically every camera ever made. I mean, it leaves it so wide open.
Your personal favorites?
QL17 Canon Yashica Electro, cheap low-end cameras. You can get them for $100.
Yeah.
Great for beginners. Great to learn the basics on. And then you can start moving up. Depending on your budget. But you've got medium format. You've got SLRs. What?
How about 35mm?
35mm Contax T2s, T3s. Canon F1, Nikon F1, Nikon F2, Nikon F3, Nikon F4. All of them are excellent cameras, and you can pick up real bargains. I mean, you just go to my site and there's tons of information on what's the best camera for your budget. It's all on there.
But I thought you needed a Leica to be a good photographer.
No. You can be a good photographer with that pinhole camera. It's how you take a picture, it's not what you take it with.
But then for people who are interested in rangefinders, especially Leicas, your thoughts?
Oh, I mean, well...
The best bang for the buck Leica.
Best bang for the buck Leica M6. Unless you want something without a meter, and then M4P. Great cameras, easy to use, got everything you need on them, don't cost the world, will go for ages. Fine. It's not a collectible camera, it's just a regular camera, but you can use it as a workhorse. Leica doesn't need to be expensive, but it shouldn't be cheap. People should not expect, hey, maybe I can get a camera for $800. Maybe if you're very, very lucky, but probably not. Be realistic about how much money you're going to spend. But bear in mind that it's not going to be something that after a year it doesn't work anymore. Leicas, I love them, but they're not my favourite cameras. My personal favourite cameras are not a Leica.
What is your personal favourite?
Nikon F3.
Why?
It was the first true serious SLR that I was able to buy as a photography student. And at the time it was, it was already an older model because the F5 was out by the time I was a student at college, but it was still like this incredible camera, this absolute masterpiece of design and functionality and everything about it. And I got one, it took me ages to save for one. I got one. It was like people going, oh, I must get the M now, for me, I must get the F3. And I got it, and it was like only 3 sleeps until I get my F3, So that's why it's my favourite camera, not necessarily because of its abilities, which are immense. It's because it was the first real camera that I owned. Unfortunately, that one died.
Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah, as these things happen.
And I'm sure you get this question a lot, and we said this in the last interview, but why film?
Why not? it's a creative medium that's there and it's available. It's easy to use. It's a lot of fun to use, and it maybe helps you to be a more thoughtful photographer. Or
Thoughtful, how so?
in taking your time to understand and digest what you're doing, instead of just firing off a million shots. You know, people can argue dynamic range and all this sort of thing, but you know, some of the high-end digital stuff is almost there now. You know, in the same capabilities, but it's just it's an enjoyable way of shooting, and it's a calming way of shooting. But it also yields great results. And coming out of a darkroom, there's nothing quite like it. You know, you can't achieve that with a computer. So,
you talked about how you started off in photography. If you went to a time machine, and when did you start taking photos?
When I was about 12 years old.
Okay, so let's say you went back to your 12-year-old self, and you could give yourself advice on photography or Japan camera hunter life, anything. What is the advice you would give yourself?
Save all of your pocket money, go out there and buy all of the black paint M3s and just sit on them for about 20 years. Seriously, I would have said don't be afraid to chase it as a dream, as a career.
Chase photography as a career.
Because I didn't think I could. And I went and did something else instead. And I think I wish in some cases I wish I'd finished off and what I was doing and carried on and went and did my photography degree. So you
started off as a photography major?
No. I studied photography in college, which isn't what you imagine college to be.
What is college for you?
College is the school that you go to after high school before you go to university.
Oh.
Yeah. So I finished high school, as you call it.
Yeah.
And then I went to college to do an arts degree, which I did in photography, and I did in jewellery, and I did in life drawing and graphics and all of these things, but I focused on photography. And then when it came to choosing my university, I didn't choose the right course.
Which was the course you chose?
I chose jewellery and silversmithing.
Well, why was that not the right course for you?
Because I should have chosen photography, realistically, because that's what I was still spending most of my time doing.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it. I never saw it as a job option. I always just saw it as something I did, and I should have seen it as a job, maybe. Who knows? But maybe I'd hate it now if I did. So I'm happy with the way things turned out. I think perhaps I would have told myself, stop wasting so much film and start actually learning from your mistakes.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when I was 14, 15 years old, I'd just and not really consider where I was going wrong. You know, I'd just keep, because film was forever, it was endless. You know, doesn't matter, like it is with digital now, and now I look back and I think, oh, you could have learned so much more. You could have learned so much more.
Learned so much more, like how so?
Composition, lighting, you know, things that I just didn't really take much notice of because there wasn't a sense of urgency, you know, or pressure. I think I would have been more disciplined. I would have told myself to have been more disciplined. Yeah.
So, if you could describe your style or your photography, I mean, when you're walking the streets, what catches your eye or what interests you?
I don't know. If you could describe my style, I'd say disjointed.
Disjointed.
I don't know what appeals to me. I just see people. I see faces and the way people interact with the objects around them. Not other people necessarily, but the street furniture, the buildings, and the interaction between the two, and I find that interesting. So. Sometimes I'll see things, I'll stop, or I'll keep on going and I'll take a picture. But disjointed in that I'll use all kinds of different cameras. There's no running theme like you've done with MP and Portra. Mine's like a T2, a T3, an MP, a QL17, a pinhole camera, an Instax. You know, just all of the same series. You know, just whatever's in my hand at the time.
But it seems you shoot mostly black and white still.
Yeah, I've been trying to get away from that, but I mean, Like when I go to Hawaii and places like that, I just don't want to shoot black and white because the colours there are so rich, so powerful, that it seems like it's a waste to shoot black and white.
Yeah.
You know, so I want to shoot slide film when I'm there. But yeah, then when I go to Hong Kong, I look at it and I want to shoot black and white.
Any favorite films?
Well, I mean, obviously the ones that have been discontinued, but I still like HP5. I still like the Rollei stuff, the new films from Rollei, RPX and things like that. I'm really enjoying them. I've tried the Colour Implosion and the Crossbird and all of those things, and they're kind of fun. And what else? What else am I liking? Digibase from Rollei. Reversal film. I like that. The colours are really good. At the moment, that's really what I'm looking at a lot. Those sort of things. More accessible German films.
So, what are some things that people could start looking forward to in terms of Japan Camera Hunter, Bellamy Hunt, the next maybe year or two, projects you like to work on, not just photography based, but anything that's coming down the pipeline?
I've got new products coming out in the next few months. I hope. I've got some interesting things up the sleeve. I can't tell you exactly.
Ooh, okay.
Hopefully a new range of t-shirts and stuff like that as well, which should be fun. I just like to have a bit of a laugh with those. They're not anything serious. What else is going on? I'm doing a couple of workshops with a couple of people on a smaller scale, which should be interesting. And I'm also sort of, I guess, doing some tours of Tokyo, but not really focusing on that because it's too hot.
Wait, so if someone comes to Tokyo for the first time, top must do stuff photography related? Photography
related. Go to the shops, go to the galleries if you can, go to Totem Pole and go to Rat Hole and the galleries like that. There's, Shinjuku's got tons of them. I think there's information online about those. It's pretty readily accessible.
Yeah.
That's a must. Yeah, you can go and shoot the obvious spots as well.
Such as?
Shibuya, Harajuku, Shinjuku, all that sort of thing. For me, they're rather unexciting because I've seen them all, but I think for the first time visitor, it's wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely hit those places, do that, have something to eat. The food here is always good. So.
And yeah, last question. If someone out there, starting off in photography or wanting to start their own blog or maybe even turning their photography into their career, what is some advice you would give them?
Don't give up. Perseverance really is a key with any of those things, and self-discipline. Because people will try and knock you down, or jobs will knock you down and things like that, and sometimes it can be hard to pick yourself back up, but do pick yourself back up and have the perseverance and self-belief. And if you have enough self-belief, if you're really passionate about something, people will notice. Sooner or later they will take note of what you're doing, and just don't give up. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Cheers, Bellamy. Thank you so much for your time. We're going to hang out some more and do some fun stuff. All right. Peace out.